I found out that my husband's Secret Santa gift was for his gaming buddy and it was way more expensive than the gift he is giving me, so I canceled Christmas dinner. It all began in the weeks leading up to Christmas, that magical time of year when everything should feel perfect, and the weight of family tradition somehow becomes heavier. But let me start at the beginning so you can understand how this all snowballed into something that's currently unraveling at an alarming speed. I've been married to my husband, Sam, for 3 years. Over the course of our marriage, we've hosted Christmas dinner for his family every single year. It's always been a big deal to me because, well, Christmas means a lot. It's about the togetherness, the food, the decorations, and the celebration. For Sam, though, Christmas seemed to have lost its luster in the years since we first got married. I often felt like I was the only one really putting in the effort. This year I decided to go all out. The house was filled with lights, wreaths, and garlands. I handmade decorations for the table, something I'd never attempted before. Every inch of the place was decked out in festive cheer. In the kitchen, I was preparing a massive spread of food that would take the family hours to finish. I even made my famous glazed ham, a recipe that's usually a crowd favorite. The work, the planning, the shopping, everything had been for one purpose: to create the perfect holiday experience. But there was a problem. While I was working myself into a frenzy over these plans, Sam was elsewhere. He was glued to his video games, playing with his friends online, his headset permanently attached to his head. He barely even glanced at the decorations or helped with any of the preparations. It was like I was invisible. But that wasn't the worst part. A few weeks before Christmas, Sam had suggested we do a Secret Santa gift exchange with his family. The idea was that each person would buy a gift for someone else, with a $100 limit. I thought it would be fun, a way to add some extra excitement to the season. So we all drew names. Sam got me and I was happy. I figured this would be an opportunity for him to get me something thoughtful. We've been together for years now, and surely he'd know exactly what I'd want. Meanwhile, I drew his dad's name, which honestly stressed me out. I spent days online searching for a rare vintage vinyl record his dad had been looking for. It was the kind of thoughtful gift that would show I truly paid attention to his interests. But as Christmas approached, I started feeling more and more like I was doing all the heavy lifting while Sam seemed to coast. There was no mention of what he was planning to get me. Every time I tried to talk to him about the gift exchange, he brushed it off. I thought maybe he was just being busy with work and gaming, but something was off. It was like he wasn't even interested in making the season special for us. Then came Christmas Eve and everything came to a head. I had spent the whole morning cooking, prepping the meal, arranging the table, making sure everything was perfect for his family's arrival. After a few hours in the kitchen, I needed a break, so I decided to sneak a peek at the gifts under the tree. I knew I shouldn't, but the curiosity got the better of me. I scanned the pile of presents, and that's when I noticed it. A box with Sam's handwriting on it, addressed to someone named the Warlord. At first, I didn't think much of it. The Warlord was one of Sam's gaming friends. They'd been playing together for years, so I figured it was probably a gift for him. But when I picked up the box, something felt off. It was heavier than the rest, and it was clearly wrapped with more care than the gifts for anyone else. I couldn't help myself. I tore off the wrapping paper. Inside was a $150 custom-made gaming headset. I couldn't believe it. Sam had spent more on this gift for his gaming buddy than he had on me, his wife, his friend, the Warlord. I froze. I had spent days carefully hunting for the perfect vinyl record for his dad, and this man, my husband, was splurging on a gaming accessory for someone who didn't even live in our house. I immediately went to his gaming room where he was sitting in front of his computer, headset on, fully immersed in a match. I didn't even give him a chance to react before I grabbed the gift and held it up. Sam barely looked at me, his attention clearly divided between his game and whatever was going on in his online chat. "It's just Secret Santa," he said, laughing as though I was being dramatic. "You wouldn't get it. The Warlord and I have been playing together for years. It's no big deal." His words stung. He didn't apologize or even seem to realize what I was feeling. No recognition, no care, just excuses. And there I was, standing in front of him with a $20 candle, wrapped up with a generic message, "Merry Christmas, love, Sam." And let me tell you, I'm not even into candles. I walked out of the room, feeling a wave of anger rise in me. It wasn't just the gifts, it was the entire situation. It was the lack of effort, the disrespect, the fact that I had been running around trying to make the holiday perfect for us, while Sam had barely lifted a finger. The emotional weight of everything came crashing down and I snapped. I went back to the kitchen, packed up the Christmas dinner I'd spent hours preparing, and declared that Christmas dinner was officially canceled. I'm not sure what I expected, but I didn't expect him to be so indifferent. He just shrugged it off and went back to his game. Meanwhile, his family started blowing up my phone, accusing me of ruining Christmas, of being selfish. His mom sent multiple texts about how I was being petty and that I should suck it up and be the bigger person. But I wasn't about to serve dinner to a man who couldn't even see how hurt I was. I couldn't just pretend like everything was fine when it clearly wasn't. Now, I'm sitting here in our bedroom, a bottle of wine in hand, wearing my pajamas while he's in the living room still playing his game. He's probably on a voice chat with his friends, talking about how I ruined the holiday. The texts from his family keep pouring in, but I can't bring myself to respond. At this point, I don't even know if I care anymore. So here I am, hiding away in our bedroom, feeling defeated. And as much as I wish I could say I'm not upset, I am. Maybe I overreacted, maybe I didn't, but what I know for sure is that this Christmas has left me questioning everything.